You're listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. What up, mi gente? It's your boy Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. And today we have two amazing guests, two awesome creators, a creative duo. But I got a fire project out on Kickstarter right now. I mean, and you guys probably seen it out there on the webverse because it was a webcomic called Tamberlane. Let me introduce this creative duo of Caytlin Vilbrandt and Ari Noble. Woo! What's poppin'?
How's it going, everyone?
What's up?
How you guys doing today?
Oh, doing great.
Cannot
Having a
complain.
nice day.
Very happy.
Fantastic. I'm happy to have you guys on and talking about your dope little Kickstarters out now based on an amazing webcomic called Tamberlane. We're going to get into it. But first and foremost, I love me a good old origin story. So let's start with Caytlin. Let us know where you hail from and what are the origins of your fandom.
Let's see. I sort of grew up all over the West Coast, and I am currently in hi guys. Nice to see you. I'm currently in Seattle, and I've been creating since I could pick up a pencil when I was like 4 or 3. And I have I think the first boost of my fandom that I got was through the Gen 4 My Little Pony community with a funny little card game my husband and my friend and I made about putting all of the characters into the goofiest relationships we could think of with as many weird writing tropes as we could put into the game. And it became a very popular card game. It's called Twilight Sparkle's Secret Chippick Folder. And from there, I just wanted to do my own thing. So I started Tamberlane, my webcomic.
Hey, there we go. What about you, Ari? Where you hail from and the origins of your fandom?
Absolutely. So I'm originally from here in North Carolina, down south, born and raised. And I originally wasn't really that with the internet. I was very much like a woodsy kid. And then around senior year of high school, would you believe it? Also, completely separate origin, but same root. The My Little Pony fandom got big in my high school, and a bunch of all the guys that were like, "Oh my gosh, check this thing out!" So I was like, "All right." So I decided to make music, and I was invited to some conventions. I performed, and then just ended up getting into comics and writing. I've always been interested in that, and it was kind of a separate thing. But because I was interested in comics, and Caytlin was interested in comics, we ended up kind of gravitating to the same circles. So we started in similar places, but ended up meeting through comics rather than through My Little Pony stuff. So,
and look at that. We're learning the origins of the bromance here.
Exactly. There you go.
All right. So I'll let Caytlin, because I know guys tend to elaborate, say too much and fib a bit. And let me trust the ladies here in the house. So let us know, what is your view of the origin of the bromance?
I was... let's see. I was friends with a mutual friend of ours, Izzy, and we had kind of crossed paths a couple of times, and then we had sort of a small friends Discord server, and she invited Ari on, and we started talking, and eventually realized that he has really good chops for writing story, because he's writing Izzy's webcomic as well, Mothorial. And we just became really good friends, and I wound up basically I was in a really tough place with Tamberlane and where to go moving forward with the story, and I remember lamenting to him one day, like, I really need an editor. And he was like, well, maybe I can help you work out some of the stuff you're working on. And then it just immediately turned into this great co-writing relationship.
All right, we need to know the origins of Tamberlane, Caytlin. I mean, let us know, what are the early origins of Tamberlane for the community that is not yet aware, and how dare they not be aware of this awesome project?
So Tamberlane is inspired by a lot of media that I read or watched as a child, like Redwall or The Secret of Nim, or Beatrix Potter. Yeah. And I had been without a personal project for a while, and I really, really just wanted to create something, and comics have been in my blood since I was a kid. And so I decided that I was going to take all of the things that I love, like a kind of a dark mystery, but with a really pastoral kind of feeling, and like bright characters and animals and stuff, and a mystery, and kind of just put it all together. Who cares? I just want self-indulgence, everything I love, and just put it all out there. And it has turned into a great story about an accident-prone young bat named Belfry, and the weird little creature she finds in the woods, who happens to be a human child, but nobody knows what a human is. And there seems to be some confusion and some mystery about some place called Abroad, where it's just verboten. You can't talk about it. You can't explain it. And it's becoming increasingly more speculated that this child, Tamberlane, what the name of the comic is from abroad, and what sort of ramifications that's going to have.
Okay, so I'm guessing that they are from the other side of the ice wall, if you believe flat earthers.
We can't say too much here. There's still many mysteries to be revealed, but yes.
Yeah, so tell me, Caytlin, so when did you feel stuck and found that you may have needed that help, like you said?
I had the first 4 or so chapters really nailed. I had an idea of where I was going with it. I knew the kind of beats I wanted to hit, and I know where I want to go by the end of the story. But there's this whole middle part that has
the middle. Oh my god!
Like, oh shit! How do I get there?
Where's the middle?
Right? Right?
You know, people complain that endings are hard. Endings aren't hard, but middles are what's really hard. You gotta be
interested. They put it together. It's like put it together a sandwich, right? You got your 2 slices of bread, but what are you putting in between? What are you putting inside?
Right?
Exactly.
I have so many choices, so many options. It could be peanut butter and jelly. It could be salami. I don't know. It could be peanut butter and salami.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Don't start a new fad, please. Peanut butter and salami hashtag. My gosh.
That's why I had to have Ari to keep me from making the peanut butter salami sandwich.
Thank God. So Ari, please tell us the recipe of how you stopped from creating such an awful sandwich.
Yes. So I don't want to take credit away from Caytlin here in that it wasn't so much that she had the beginning and ending and nothing in between, as that she had the beginning. It's like she made the border of the puzzle, and she had a couple parts picked out, and then a pile of puzzle pieces. But was like, okay, fitting all these in the right way is a challenge, and I think maybe I lost a piece somewhere. Can we go look for that piece somewhere? So there was this sense when I joined the team, I think like a year and a half ago now, that it was like, okay, luckily I joined right as the story was entering what we've it's kind of ties into the Kickstarter. It ended up being the end of like the first arc of the story. There's going to be like maybe 3 arcs probably. That's what we're estimating right now. And the first arc has just ended. Clearly there are some changes that are coming in the future. And we were like, okay, as we finish this last part of the first arc and we're looking forward, what are we looking forward towards? What does that look for? And rather than coming in and basically just trying to invent a bunch of things, I wanted to sit with Caytlin and say, okay, what is it you have? If you could do anything, what would it be? And then taking that and being like, okay, what parts of this work? What parts of this need work? And that was what kind of started the base of our creative collaboration, was rather than just trying to wipe over what was already there, because I didn't want to take away from what Caytlin was building and change the tone, because obviously every writer has a little bit of a different flavor of how they write. It was about taking what Caytlin had and just elaborating on it and basically finding all those missing puzzle pieces that connected everything she'd been planning. So it's been an absolute blast. I was very lucky to come in when I did, because by finishing chapter 4 together, it meant that we were able to kind of lay the groundwork for where the story is going and look back over what she'd written and be like, okay, how can we really nail the ending of this arc and what is this going to represent? So that's going to, as we'll get into, I'm sure that's what led to the Kickstarter, which was, we've just completed the first arc. How can we celebrate that in some way?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Are you talking about this Kickstarter?
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, folks, before we go any further, for those just not in the know, not even aware this Kickstarter even exists, because how dare you? You got to start making it flow. Because I know a lot of people already know. There's been shown a lot of love already, but we need more love. But before we do all that business, check out this awesome trailer. Tell me you heard that.
Yes, we're hearing it.
Yep,
All
yep,
good.
we heard it.
Okay, thank God. Let's go.
This was me yesterday.
Looks absolutely gorgeous. My gosh.
Thank you.
Yeah, her art.
Look at that. Woo.
You won't be abandoned, not again, not again.
Wow. This book looks absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
My
thank you.
gosh.
You want to know more about this Kickstarter?
Yes, yes.
Oh my
More.
God.
We need to know more.
That trailer was a brief introduction to Tamberlane, my ongoing
Hey.
comic that has absorbed 7 years of my very soul.
Oh,
A nervous bat with a heart of gold who finds a human child left all alone in the woods and has no idea what it is.
God, this
Child
looks so
endangerment, you say?
great.
That's my favorite type of story. Me too, friend. Me too. And if that's the case, have I got a story for you? According to some very cool people, Tamberlane's characters are delightful and well written. Its story hits a perfect balance of slice of life and intense adventure, and it hits you in the feels with both laughter and tears. High praise. The first arc of Tamberlane is now complete, which means we're releasing a hardcover edition of the
Wow,
collected
look at
first
that
4
book.
chapters.
Woo.
It contains over 300
So
pages
big.
of story and over 50 pages of
What?
bonus content.
Only 350
It
pages?
includes
What?
the
Oh, what? I love this.
behind the scenes making of the comic,
Oh,
bonus
shit.
stories, and
No
much,
back.
much more. My co-writer Ari has gone over all the pages from the first 4 chapters and fixed all the inconsistencies and tightened up the narrative. But Caitlin, you say, I already have the first 3 chapter soft covers. Why would I need a hardcover of the same thing? Lucky for you, this Kickstarter is funding a printing of a Chapter 4 softcover too. This sounds
Ooh.
great, you say, because you're a lovely person. How do I get one? It's super easy. Just take a look at what we're offering below. Pick your favorite tier, and your support will help us reach our goal.
Yes.
When the campaign is funded, you'll receive your chosen rewards. And you can always purchase add-ons through BackerKit after the campaign is over.
Ooh.
But let's get to the exciting stuff. What rewards can you get? We got
Yes.
signed books. We got books with special artist sketches
Goodies
in them. We
galore.
got this mini print
Good
book.
lord.
We got bookmarks. So go on. Get out of here, you crazy kid. Go support our Kickstarter and help us bring this thing to life. And thank you from the very bottom of our hearts.
Ooh, what? Yes. Oh man, another also
We love the VHS.
We had
am
a
loving
lot of fun with this video.
Yes, I'm loving it. Oh shit.
Behind the scenes, it was we had a team.
What are you still doing here? I'm done. That was the video.
Oh, I love this.
You're,
It reminds me of House of
you're
a
not
Thousand
expecting anything
Corpses
from me,
when
are
the
you?
clown kept talking to you.
Yeah.
If you keep the DVD
Yeah.
going, it just keeps talking to you. Like, what are you doing here? Believe me, when I saw that, I saw it high and it scared the shit out of me.
Oh no.
Damn, is this shit talking to me for real? And there we go, folks. That awesome
Woo!
video. You saw how gorgeous that art is, right? Now let's get into the skinny of it right now. They need 60 racks. Look at that. They are 28.
We are so close to halfway. Oh my god.
Yeah, we were
It's
so
beautiful.
thrilled at the response it's gotten so far. It's been amazing.
Amazing reception.
Amazing.
Look at this. 254 backers with 28 days to go.
Yeah.
My gosh, an uber super congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
That's a big weapon, and we'll get into it because now this wants to act up. Let me 'cause I also, I like to show off the goodies, but before we do that, then while I fix that page, we can check out your website. All right, so is this still an active website? It still updates and everything every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday there's a new page to view. The story is ongoing and we're always putting out new stuff.
And it has been,
Excellent.
I want to give credit to Caytlin's husband, Ryan, for helping build this website because it is amazing. It's such a good website. And I figure I'll just mention because it's one of those things that could easily be forgotten. But Caytlin and her husband created a project called Comic Git, which is Git like GitHub. It is a tool to assist comic creators, be they webcomic creators or whatever, who want to post their comic to the internet. It helps them build their own site for free using GitHub instead of having to host a paid website. It's very easy to use. It's really great. And I just think that, and this site is built using Comic Git for free. So if anyone out there is a comic creator and wants to put their thing on the website, Comic Git, you can find it online, and it gives you tools to do this for free, which is something that I know Caytlin and her husband are very passionate about. And I just thought it was worth mentioning that.
Thank you.
Heck yeah. And thank you to Firefox Mozilla, the only browser that actually wants to work really well all the time.
It's
always how it goes.
Right? Isn't that crazy? Google, IE, whatever you want to call yourself now, you suck. All right? So here it goes on Mozilla again. Beautiful 254 backers. 28 days to go. Look at that. We get that hardcover. Why would you need one? I needed to answer that because it is self-porn, folks. That's why.
That's right.
You need this self-porn in your life, and along with that, you got a soft cover. There you go. Dope book. And look at that artistry. You'll talk about this team, this art. Wow. I mean, this art pops.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. I worked really hard to kind of imitate the animation style of kind of a painted background and more cell shaded up front. And I did it myself for 4 years, I think, but now I also have an inker and a couple of flatters who help me at least get the colors down, so I don't have to do every part of it, thank God.
Was it easy
one of the
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, yeah, I was gonna say, one of the hardest things about it is the weekly releases it's a lot to do entire page. You have the writing, you have the art, you have the ink, you have, the penciling, inking, coloring, shading, backgrounds, all every week without fail. And so having that team has been really helpful.
Yeah.
So how difficult or easy was it to find an inker that aligns with what your vision is?
I am very lucky to have a group of generally friends who are also artists, and my friend who is a great inker was trying to find more projects to work on. I was like, boy, have I got a project for you, because I am tired of inking this.
Yeah, because they're doing an awesome job. I need to see this as the cartoon. This is where I see this going. Because
oh man, I would love that.
Oh yeah, that's a dream. That's a dream.
That's the dream. That's the goal. Let's make it happen. Ari, make it happen, bro.
That's all. I'll do my best. Yeah, because I think that's a huge part of a lot of what's wonderful about comics. That's so fun compared to like prose. Which prose is fun too. But like what's really fun about graphic novels and comics and webcomics is that it's like someone pulled out a DVD of an animated film and just took some screenshots. Like you can get we can't have the budget to animate it yet, but we can still tell the story visually, still capture. I know, Caytlin, you've mentioned that when you're drawing, you do think about it's cinematic in your head. You're picturing it like it's an animated film, but this is a moment in that animation rather than just
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's what it looks like. When you say Secret of Nim, and that's an OG one, so I remember that one. Yes. Do I see it? Can't you tell? So yeah, I could definitely see that. I see this as an awesome card. I also remember that the other one with the dogs. The little
all dogs go to heaven.
All dogs go to heaven.
Yes. I love this style, yo. And then Jesus Christ, look at that.
Oh yeah, the rewards. The Caytlin, I gotta give Caytlin all the credit because Caytlin draws all of it and all that art that she drew for this campaign.
Talk about this. This is an awesome swag. What?
Thank you. I had some ideas that I wanted to bring into life, and then my friend, I was struggling with the bookmark design, and my friend Gunny gave me this incredible idea of taking these peeking stickers that I had already made and have them so they would peek up over the edge of the book when you use it as a bookmark. And I was just like, oh, well, that is absolutely perfect, and I want all of them now. So we've got that. We've got a class photo sort of print of all of the kid characters. I'm gonna hand sketch some of the book plates that go with the books. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. And look at this, early bird gets the worm, but let's see, because folks, let's start spending some money. That's what we gotta do, all right? $10 without a reward because you got $10 to spend, right? I mean, you don't need that coffee from Starbucks that costs you 11. Look, there's $1 cheaper, all right?
There you go.
And even better, you actually, you're supporting something good here. But of course, if you want something, just like everyone, for $10 you get that digital PDF of book 4. $35 you get the PDF Omnibus. Ooh, ooh. So that's all 4 chapters. How many pages we talking there?
Yeah, that's gonna be the $320
At least 300. Yeah.
or not $20. No, 20 pages of story plus all of the extra content that
It's
we're
at
putting in
least
there.
350 pages or more of content in total. It's a lot. It's a huge.
Yeah, it's gonna
huge
be
document.
probably edging on 500 pages total.
What?
Yeah.
It's gonna be very, very big.
Oh, hey, what? Everybody likes them like that, for real. Now that's worth the money. All right. Early bird on the softbound book 4 sign with digital plates or radical 90 sticker. What's
Yeah.
radical? Like that me with a spoon, tie radical like that? No, it's not.
Yeah.
If you guys remember in that video when we had the little 90s pastiche come up and they were in the corner like dancing,
Yeah.
that picture is the sticker, which is
cool.
it's gonna have like a glitter effect on the sticker, so it's gonna kind of shine in the light. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, dope. And look at this. It just keeps going. Different types of pledges. 55, and there we go. 75 to get that hardcover. That's what I want to see. I mean, it's all about the design of that book. Was it easy for you to, did you know how you wanted it to look? Is this the ideal package?
We went through so many iterations of how to design the cover for the omnibus. Especially since we want to do a hardcover collection of each arc. We wanted to make sure that we were setting up a pattern that we could then change for each book, but it still have the same general look to it. And what we ultimately came down on was kind of referencing a lot of those movie posters for animated kids movies in the 80s and 90s, where it's kind of got like the antagonists behind and all sorts of stuff. And it was a lot of fun trying to kind of bring all of that together along with kind of a 1800s published hardcover book design vibe. I was also kind of looking for that. It was tough, but I am very happy with the results.
I mean, it does look great. And I see, when you mention 80s, the first thing that comes to mind of posters is the Transformers 86.
Yes.
Like the Papa's Unicron and in the front.
Yeah, the two in the corners. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I see there. Awesome. And you did get the vibe of an older looking book, though.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad.
The vibe. I think you really did just by looking. And then look at that pledge 115 signed sketch, and that's this right here, right? This baby.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, hand sketch. Caitlin and I are actually. I'm flying out to Seattle in mid-May, and we're gonna basically because we have all these stickers, and we're gonna do a stream where we're each gonna sign all of them, and she's gonna sketch out it's gonna be a lot of fun. So it's gonna be a whole party.
They arrived
I think
yesterday.
This is the first time I have seen them.
And so here's
nice. Look at that, folks.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous. And that's going to be a sticker, so you can stick it into your book. Because, it's a great alternative to being able... Because obviously, signing all the books would mean we'd have to ship the books to us, and then people now would just extend the amount of time before people got by such a significant time.
This and the amount of money as well.
Oh, gosh, not even counting shipping. This allows us to get everyone the signature they want and the book they want like in a nice, timely way, in a way that doesn't cost ridiculous shipping costs for everybody. So we were very excited to put to design and put that together for everybody. So,
and here you're telling me we could get somebody in the book too.
Yeah, in the next book.
We still have 2 more slots on that. It's the highest tier, which is
super.
Yes,
fan, right?
You will get a speaking role in the next chapter in a very important sequence that we have, where you'll get a few panels, like 1 to 3 panels dedicated to your character that actually, aren't just like a character be like, hi, and then disappearing to the void.
Yeah.
So we've already had people who signed up for it because we really just wanted to have a chance for people to, because obviously when you have a story that is now as specifically crafted as it's becoming, it's hard to feature too many cameos, or else you're just kind of like, oh, we're trying to circle like 800 characters, become like The Simpsons at a certain point. But like we wanted to give people an opportunity to have a part, and we thought this was a fun way to do that.
Oh, that's awesome. What type of dog would I be, or animal? I wonder. What are my choices?
Badger.
A good badger? Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah.
An old white hair.
I can see a badger.
Like Obi-Wan. Yeah, a badger looking like Obi-Wan, because that's what they
got a little beard. Yes.
The Obi-Wan.
100%, I can see it.
And there we go. And all gone already on that. What? That's the one that everybody tore.
Oh, yeah, we got that fast. People loved that one.
That is amazing balls. What? And you had, listen to this, folks. They had 100 of them. All gone.
All gone, yep. And just if you still are interested in getting a signed book at a like slightly discounted rate, we do have the early bird softbound still available. We're about halfway gone on those, so keep an eye on those if you're interested in them. Yep. But we as of the time of this recording, I don't know, people will hear this. They might go on like 10 years from now, someone's like, oh my god, they're still available. No, this is
all right, let's date the date. All right, 2023,
April 26, 2023.
Right now.
Our Lord.
Right. Yep. And just for you guys to know that if you want to be in that drawn in tier and be a part of the book, they have only 2 left. All right,
2 more.
So I know that everybody did their taxes. This is gonna be a great swag brag, if you will. It's like, yo, I'm in a book, son. Check this out. It's gonna be an award-winning book that will be a cartoon, which means that maybe your character might be in a cartoon one day. You never know. The possibilities are endless.
That's the trick right there. And it also comes with a bunch of merch. You get literally all the merch.
God,
you get both books. You get a custom illustration shipped to you, signed by Caytlin. You get all the stickers, all the prints. The print is also signed. It's a pretty good package.
It's the everything.
It's the everything. It's you get everything package.
The everything and then some.
Jesus, all right. Where's the kitchen sink? Can we get that signed? With some fur.
We'll ship a sticker to put on the kitchen sink.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a very big kitchen sink.
Hey, what up, Jonathan?
Hello, Jonathan. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for everybody checking it out, because this is the project you guys got to support right now. It's live, folks. 28 days to go. 254 backers. They need 60 racks at 28. They're almost there. And again, I know everybody's getting a tax return. So, let's make it happen. Make it rain on amazing creators like Caytlin and Ari. So, all right. So what's next? So when can people expect to have the book in their hands, and when's the next chapter?
So we are already releasing pages from chapter 5 on the website.
Out on the website. You can check it out now.
We are, I think, 30 pages into it now, something like that. Okay. And these books, I don't know how shipping timelines are going to work out, but I'm going to hand the files over to my printer in June, and I expect them sometime within a couple of months after that. But just to be safe, I put the delivery date in November. But I'm fairly certain they'll be shipped out to backers before then, but I don't want to promise with COVID shipping and everything like that. So
we can at very least say this is the year you will have a book in your hand. At some point this year, you'll have a book in this hand. It is. I still haven't had a chance to see the book in person yet, and I have a shelf. I have a spot on my shelf ready. I'm very excited for it. I've already, because even before I
just want to ask. So that's a boo-boo there? It's not November 2025, is
it?
November
2025 on the very last one is correct, because that is around the time your cameo in the comic will come out.
Yeah, and actually it brings up an interesting point about webcomics, which is we were asking, so when will Chapter 5 be released as a book? One of the challenges and kind of fun aspects of webcomics is that, like the old Dickens novels, you release a page every week, and that means, if you think about it, there's 52 weeks in a year. A book might be up to 150, 200 pages. So how long did chapter 4 take? 3 years?
2.5, I think.
2.5. So This is a big, if you're looking to join a Kickstarter to get one of the books, now's the time to do it, because the next chapter 5 one will be in a couple of years. This is not a yearly event, because otherwise you would only get 50 pages, which is not very much in a book. So we wait till the chapters are done. And then every chapter our plan is basically to continue doing a softbound for every chapter so that you can fill your collection up. And then probably about 3 or 4, probably 4 chapters. Every time an arc is done, we'll do another arc hardcover so that by the end of the book, when all the books are released, you'll have like this complete collection available. Which is very exciting.
Yes,
It's going to take a while, but it's a worthy challenge. We're having a lot of fun doing it.
So it looks like you need to open up even more space on that shelf then, Ari. Come on now.
Yeah.
I got 2 more bookshelves over here. I'm always ready. I'm always ready for more.
We got to make it happen. Awesome.
That's right.
So what's coming up in the future of this creative duo here? What's next? Outside of Tamberlane, you guys working on anything outside of this, or is just 100% focus on this baby?
We are considering another project that we're working on, but I won't say too much about it yet because we haven't done much more than kind of toss ideas back and forth. But it is another one of, okay, let's take all the things that we really love and are super self-indulgent and just squish them all together in a story and have fun. And I'm sure people will enjoy that too.
The most I can say about it is that it's going to be a comic form. We're going to stick with that. This one is going to be written by both of us from the beginning because we're starting at the same time. We still want to explore a lot of the kind of like, fantastical themes, definitely a very genre story. What that looks like, it's people, if you, Caitlin will probably at some point start posting some hints on what that'll look like in the future. If we do, those will go on Patreon before anywhere else. So
yes,
Caitlin does on Patreon, which if you want to support Tamberlane beyond the Kickstarter in an ongoing way, the Patreon is a good place to do that. That's where Caitlin's able to support her team, support herself. There's a lot of good stuff on there too. Really,
the Patreon, folks, and that's simple. You got to go to Patreon, and it's Tamberlane. I'm going to add it right now on the screen for you. Look how simple that is, folks. Oh, I got you. There you go, folks. Support it. Make it happen. Support, show the love right there on the Patreon for Tamberlane, so that way Caitlin could finish and Ari could finish this amazing story, because then once they finish, it's going to be sold up in Hollywood, right? And then we're going to get an animated feature out there and making it pop. So what's up? Are you guys going to voice yourselves in the animated feature, or do you have someone in mind already?
I know far more talented voice actors than myself. I would hate to... I'm not saying that I'm bad at it, of course, but that's not really where my talent lies. So I will happily focus on show running.
I'll say, here's the thing. I know far better voice actors than me, but I also know that Hollywood works through nepotism. So maybe I'll take a little cameo in there.
Yeah, there you go. Take a cameo.
Something for the IMDb,
Yeah.
Awesome. Listen, let's manifest it. Let's make it happen. But first, let's make sure that this project gets funded. All right. So, folks, again, you have 28 days. Them checks is coming in from Uncle Sam. I know. I know that many of you will get something back, and not like me that Uncle Sam got a gun at my head apparently.
Right.
I owe them. Self-employment, baby. Self-employment.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yes. Oh boy is right. Thank you, Uncle Sam. You know what I'm saying? Shit. All right. But you know what, though? It's okay. I'm still going to save some change to make sure that I could get my hand on something from you guys. So, folks, right there. Support the Kickstarter. Kickstarter.tamberlanecomic.com. I'll also put it below. The link is also below. Just go ahead, click away, make them fingers swollen, clicking on everything. Because I have all their stuff, their Twitters, their website, like you see right here. I mean, there goes their Twitters too, the Kickstarter, and a whole bunch more. That Patreon, folks, all right, partake, all right, show the love. They're gonna give you some exclusives, all right. You get stuff first, so a lot of people, if you don't partake in this Patreon, don't hate on the others that are advanced and know more than you. Be like, oh, I've seen that. Don't hate on first. Yeah, yo. So if you don't want to be a hater, all you got to do is just help out with the Patreon. Make it that simple, folks. All right. Caitlin, Ari, you guys rock. I love the energy.
You're wonderful.
I love the project. So thank you guys for being creative and sharing in that creativeness with the world. We appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, we appreciate you and everybody who supports our comic. It is truly magical being able to create something and find an audience who is so passionate and kind. And it makes me very teary all the time.
Hey, listen, I could see that you have amazing people here watching. Gunny, Walkman, Zionist, Jonathan,
Thank you
Voltaire,
all.
everybody, those that was just lurking, Pedro, thank you everybody for tuning in, showing the love, showing the support. And if you guys haven't made it rain on them, make it rain today. Woo!
Woo!
All right,
Woo!
you know what it is. Support independent creators, support Comic Crusaders, because we support indie, we show the love. Check out my extended family from undercovercapes.com. Check out my other show where we talk to coaches and motivators called The AMP, the Omega Podcast. You know what it is. It's all about, helping one another become better. And yeah, there you go. It's a hand pink waving. There we go. All right. Hasta la próxima, mi gente. Much love. Thank you for tuning in. Wepa! Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.shop and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.